This delightful little female Blackburnian warbler has a pretty pale orange throat. Believe it or not, but male Blackburnian warblers have a much brighter orange throat, flaming orange in fact. Blackburnian warblers spend the summertime nesting in mature coniferous forests up in northern Minnesota and Canada, and right now they're just migrating south through northeast Iowa here on their way to wintering grounds in the foothills of the Andes Mountains in South America. But be watching for these Blackburnian warblers and many of our other little kind of feathered jewels or wood warblers as they migrate south now in the first couple weeks of September. In an earlier video, I showed a picture of a Shamrock Orb Weaver, a female too, that had a pale yellow abdomen. So those decorative white dots on her back basically blended right in. This is another female Shamrock Orb Weaver, photographed at the same location, Chippewa Prairie. But she's got a brick red kind of back end, as you can see right there. And those white designs really stand out. Anyway, Shamrock Orb Weavers build a nice big round web out in the countryside for catching their prey, which would include things like grasshoppers and moths that fly in. Now in the fall, she's going to lay eggs, put them in an egg sac, and attach it maybe to the side of her web, or possibly a big sturdy plant stem, and the eggs will overwinter there in the egg sac and then hatch out into spiderlings next spring. If you're out on a prairie this fall that has either white wild indigo or cream wild indigo plants growing there, pop open one of the ripe black pods, and you'll probably see a little tiny black weevil, or several of them, inside of that pod. If you look at the upper right hand corner here, you will see the wild indigo weevil. They specialize in basically taking advantage of the seeds in those pods. So the adults overwinter in the pods, and when the pods dry out next spring and break open, that freeze up, you might say, the adults, and they kind of will crawl around. And then when the white wild indigo plants start to develop their pods in early summer, the females will drill a hole into the pod, deposit their eggs inside, and then through the summertime after hatching, the larvae eat those developing seeds, pupate by midsummer or so. And now in late summer, early autumn, the adults emerge and again just sit in those pods over winter. So see if you can find one of those if you're on a prairie with white wild indigo plants this autumn.